The tuning is insane when it comes to the vision. They have done like the stuff they show us on the blue track on the blue posts is like nothing compared to the changes they've actually done on the PTR on the release candidate. Like if they showed all the stuff they have actually doing, it would be like loads. Vision right now is very, very easy. They nerfed the shit out of it. On the other hand, we knew they're gonna nerf it, right? We've been talking about that for quite some time now, based on the difficulty levels that we have been testing during these weeks. We said like there's no way we're gonna have like this on live. And now, release candidate, we don't have like that on live. Definitely not. There's one more nerf coming. I think that nerf won't be shown as a blue post. I think we're just gonna notice that nerf. So what is the nerf they're gonna do? It's the bosses. The latest build, they buffed up the bosses. They buffed up the HP on the boss. That's not gonna hold. But in the beginning, when we're gonna do visions, it's not gonna be like this easy. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit harder, because now like we are buffed, right? With the buffs you get from the vision. I saw they added a new thing on the build, a new item. This one, Castle Guard gift pack, not guaranteed to contain an actual mount. Like what the fuck? On release candidate build, they just dropped this. It can be so many things. It can be everything from something like some kind of reward they're gonna give us, some kind of promotion. It can just come from literally anything right now. Oh, everything has to do with mysterious. Yeah, man, it's so much. Like it's so much. On the first build we saw, when we saw all this mysterious stuff, I thought that was this boss thing. What the fuck is that called again? The Brawlers Guild 2.0 crap version of Everything I've Seen in Life version event thingy. What was that called again? But man, it's so much mysterious stuff. It's so weird. Like there's no way like it's gonna be just a short time. Like there's no way. It can't be. All right, so this gonna be from the bags, right? How does the bags look? Fuck, they might pick up. But that means that you're gonna stack up on shit. Holy shit! You know what that means then? All right, hear me out. During this time, during this window where we're gonna have access to this, you just farm it. You don't open the bags. If they're in these bags, that is. If it turns out that they're in the bags, you don't open the bags. Until you know when. You know exactly when you're gonna open it. You're gonna level up characters and have them ready. Holy shit. Let me see what the stuff they can give. Movement trigger area damage to all your targets as you attack it. Increase maximum health. Chance to shock your target as you attack it. Increase melee range and spell haste by 10%. Don't forget that we have different potions. We should have lesser, these, and greater. Experience kill for monsters completed quests queue at 10%. Holy shit. Wait, this is bind on Battle.net account. Warbound. Okay, that's not good. Because that means they're gonna remove it. I've noticed like all things all the stuff that has to do with like banned on account shit, they have a very tight checking on those. And I'm guessing it's gonna be like based on level. These lesser potions will come from the crappy bag. The normal potions will come from these rare bags, and these large potions, whatever they're called, will come from these big bags, the big boy bags. Kill. There's the buff. You see it? I see it. You see it? I see it. The buff was up on the first week. It's right there. It would be stupid if it's only up for like a week. The problem is that on PTR, we had access to that stuff the first week or something. At least the leveling buff. And then they removed it. So we haven't like seen anything about it yet in the PTR.
Sure. It was a bit of a weird thing. Like it was on the first build of PTR, but I don't think it was working then. And then it just kind of disappeared.
All right, so let's check. Expert opinions based on rigorous testing and fever crafting. Let's go. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, many of the DPS increase numbers referenced below were taken from these single target and Mythic Cindy Brew Midri simulations. They put all of them as one. Okay. Single target is here. Advanced 5 minutes, one boss target. Okay. And if you click on Cindy Brew M+, advanced 60 minutes, one boss target. What? It's a bit complicated. I used one target since, but in expert mode, it will sim as M+. Okay, so it is AoE. All right. Okay, cool. There's not so much we can say about this. They simmed it, they checked it, this is what they got. This is definitely not what we see it when we do it on PTR. I'm getting between like 2 to 3% of damage of the Twilight Devastation. Definitely not 0.5% damage. Wait a minute. How can single target do more? So what they're saying here is that Twilight Devastation is doing more damage on single target than AoE. That's what these sims are saying. Like the whole thing here doesn't make any sense at all. Like I don't believe this like at all. No. Nope. Nope. Bullshit article, bullshit testing. I saw an article today by Icybane, which raised my eyebrow. Not like what? More like, what the fuck? This one. So they start talking about this puzzling cartel thingy. Now, in my brain, there was an interview we looked at a couple months ago where they said that the cartel puzzling ship is coming in 11.17. That's why I got that eyebrow when I saw this title, when I saw this article. 11.15. And here people are saying it's confirmed this shit. Coming 11.15 confirmed. Where did people confirm this? From my ass? Like, like, have we missed something here? That they said it's coming 11.15? Because here's the thing. When we saw the interview and they said it's coming 11.17, that's when I said, oh shit, that means we can figure out when the 11.17 is coming out. Because they said it's coming 11.17. Well, they said like this. They planned that it's coming on Renown 17 and Renown 19 of the raid Renown. And that will be at the same time as 11.17 goes live. That's more or less the wording they said. And then I was like, oh shit, that means we can figure out when 11.17 is coming out. You know, just put 17 weeks into 11.1 and you know when 11.17 is coming out. But I haven't seen anything else than that. But now we have this thing here. Puzzling cartel ships explained. New raid tokens coming in patch 11.15. Blizzard adding a new type of raid currency called the puzzling cartel. These ships will help players catch up on gear and give direct access to specific raid loot. Originally, the ships were also called DINARS back in the days, were tied to Galaji Royalty World Club, the renowned system, 1719, yeah. However, Blizzard decided to remove the reputation requirements instead and make them available to everyone at the same time in patch 11.15. Have we actually, wait, we have a link for this. We have a reference for this. Blizzard moved these NARS 11.15, what it means for players. This was posted 28th of February. You been wondering what happened to the NARS? Okay, let's watch this one. Okay, it wasn't this interview, so this is, I haven't seen this interview. Holy shit, she's like, I don't have so much time, so we're gonna go for the questions. We are 4 minutes in, this is the same question.
Alright, thank you. Well, speaking of the DINARS, you can't quite tell me when it is or how it's gonna work, since you pulled it from the renown check. Is there like information that you could maybe share with us on how it's gonna work?
I think we'll have a lot more details. There'll be.
She's like, oh man, it's like she really wanted to ask the question, but she felt bad for some reason to ask the question. Like what?
It's going to be in the 11.15 update.
Well, there it is. It is 11.15. All right, that opens up loads and loads of doors. Are you guys ready to check all these doors? This we did yesterday, and was nothing that had, like, we didn't get anything that is like linked to it at all, right? Yeah, I think this place here has like its own system. We can't even enter. Can we see that some other way? Like all these vendors in there. Can we somehow see if those vendors inside the raid are selling new shit? I mean, not in game, like out game. Is that possible somehow? No. Man, I really think there is stuff in there. I really think it's stuff in there. I really think it's stuff in there. Like really think it's stuff in there. But the thing is, like here in what we're in, we have like loads of weeklies, loads of like main weekly quests. So that means we need to complete these and see if they drop for any of these caches. We have that one. We have that one. We have the other type of weekly one. Dungeon 1 is Dungeon 1. That's not the same. Well, on the other hand, like these pinnacle caches, those are once a week, right? Oh my god, man. Imagine if it comes from the pinnacle caches. Then you can cheese 3 dinars in 1 week. Alright, let's do these and see what happens. Alright, let me open this one and see what we get. Let's take a picture of these so we know we opened these. I think, if we're not going to find anything today, then I think that the cartel ships will come in end of 11.15. Okay, Pinnacle 1. So Pinnacle 1 is one of the main ones, right? If you should find anything, it should be from the Pinnacle. Okay, so Pinnacle is a no-no. If I were Blizzard, I would put it as a proc thingy. You know why? Because in DFA, no, in Dragonflight, we had a main quest that could give us like DINARS, right? Except for the raids. Here, there's no quest that is a main quest. Okay. Okay. Done and done. Patch 11.15 arrives 23rd of April. A little bit predicted, eh? Just a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. 11.15 content update ushers in a host of new activities, rolling out beginning of with the launch of the update, with more to come in weeks that follow. All right, it all begins with Nightfall scenario, UI updates, and cooldown manager. Hey, wait a minute. We're already pausing, guys. Okay, these are two splash screens for what's coming, right? If they're highlighting new updates with the cooldown manager, why is cooldown manager on the second splash screen? Think about that. This is the first splash. No, this is the first splash screen with Nightfall scenario. Why not saying Nightfall scenario with the new leveling bonus Winds of Fortune? Why don't you say that? Like, what's going on? Can we see if the splash screen has changed? Can we like data mine that shit and see like what has changed on the splash screen? Because there's no way we're gonna have a cooldown manager on the splash screen after like a month. The splash screen must have changed. Okay, so 23rd, Nightfall scenario, cooldown manager, Winds of Fortune buff. 21st of May, Horrific Vision revisited. 4th of June, the Starry Duos. All right. So it's a little bit what the calendar says on the PTR, basically. This is literally what it says. The Winds of Mystery Fortune are now your favor. Beginning of 23rd of April until 21st of May. Holy shit, it was 1 month. So as we were discussing, Wind of Fortune will only be for 1 month. There it is. Now it's on text form from Blizzard. Let me just check the calendar because you might actually find some good time points. This week is Time Walking. This week is Battleground. Then we have Delve bonus, PvP Brawl, and the War Within dungeon thingy. Was it until 20 what? 21st of May. So it ends here. Holy shit, man. So the World Quest 1 is literally the week after. It's planned. It's planned into detail by Blizzard, man. So there's nothing that goes in hand. Well, it does with the Darkmoon Fair. Darkmoon Fair, you can get up to 110% then. 110% more rep during this week. So if there's any week you should focus on, if you had focused 1 week, is that week. All right, let's continue. These are the ones that are included. Oh, here we go. Ones that are included. Oh, shit, dude. Under my factions are excluded from benefiting from this buff. Of course it is. Why would it be? Holy shit. How dare they? During this period, while in Dragonflight and War Within zones, players below level 80 will also have a chance to gain mysterious satchels while looting creatures or as a bonus reward from quests. Here we go. These satchels contain a variety of fun and useful items that can grant temporary stat boost or visual alterations. These satchels can sometimes include bonus gear appropriate to your level and spec, and 2-hour 10% increase experience potion that stacks with a 20% experience buff to a maximum of 30%. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This is what you want to do. Now listen up, and listen up carefully. You want to farm these satchels, and you will not touch these satchels. You'll farm your ass off on these satchels for like 10 months. No, you won't. As long as this is available, you'll farm your ass off. You're gonna have alts that you're gonna plan what to do with them in the future for 12.0. Because it has to be below level 80. Okay, so this is what you do if you want to go all in. Except for that you farm these with your normal characters up to level 80. You open the satchels later on when next expansion comes out. Because then you're gonna get loads of these 10% 2-hour experience potions that you can use. Alright? So you gotta be fucking 5-head here. Now if you're gonna min-max it, even more. Alright? You wanna min-max it even fucking more. What do? You go on an account that can't level. Then you farm even more of this. You go all in. You farm and farm and farm and farm on the character that can't be leveled up. So you have like lots and lots of them. Until the day comes where you just level them up to 80 and then have them ready for the next expansion. Experience potions are warbound. That's true. We talked about this yesterday. It's warbound, so they're gonna remove it. Fuck, man. If they were not warbound, we could have done it. Yeah, Blizzard are very careful with warbound stuff. Like, very, very careful with warbound stuff. They're like Hawkeyes of warbound stuff. Okay. Experience potion with warbound can be consumed during the event or saved until after the event is over. Oh shit, we can use it after the event is over. Okay. They fucking said it. There it is. The question is, how long time after the event is over? That's the question. Will it go away on the next expansion? First one, defend the Wrathy in Nightfall scenario. Hey man, they can't just put the word activities. What activities? What is this? Additional quests and activities available between scenarios. What? Are they literally lying just because they want to make it sound better? There are no activities. Oh, have you missed something here? Now here's the thing. The currency for the last 3 builds now, even on release candidate builds. So basically for the last like 3 weeks, this currency is once per week per account, not per character, per account. Now chew on that a little bit. Now if you look at the splash screen, they talk about Winds of Fortune, they talk about Nightfall, they did not talk about the Children's Week. Now if they would put Children's Week as a thing on the splash screen, then you would think that there's some new things coming out in that event, right? Otherwise, why would it be there? Because we have got so many events coming in the game that they have never done like this on when a new patch comes out. But here they have. However, they have not mentioned it in the article. So, you guys want to know how the new splash screen will look like? That is the new splash screen. There you go. That's how it's going to look. Because they haven't mentioned Children's Week. And they said that the cooldown manager, they're highlighting it for the first week. So then comes the question, if that is the splash screen for this week, for the first week, then comes the question, what will be there? Week of 21st May. This far will be able to tank DPS or heal and not affected by sanity. No, but it's affected on the scaling of the mobs. And not only scaling for the mobs, also like if you take tank, the mobs will have certain scaling. If you take DPS, it'll have even higher scaling. If you take heal, it'll have the lowest scaling. But all these 3 will have a higher scaling than if you are alone. And trust me, Soidome does not do significant damage enough. Whether you're playing on a new max level alt character or experiencing it for the first time, you can experience this content shortly after the launch of the 1.15 update. And by short after, we're talking about a month. Yep, that's short after, guys. A month later. The Starly Duos! Later in the past cycle, players were able to experience a new 6 weeks event, providing a variety of cosmetics, toys, and even some dungeon items based on the bosses you encounter. For bragging rights. Yep, that's what it's all about. It's all about bragging. Nothing more, nothing less. Man, we are literally reading a fucking copy paste from the blue post. From PTR Dev Note. They did not mention the coins. Oh shit. We started. What am I? What am I running? What build am I going? What's happening in my life? Looks like I am AoE. Spec at the moment. Oh shit, what the fuck happened? Oh shit, what the fuck is that? Wait, do I have a debuff? Fuck. Easy, man. So easy game. Easy game, easy life. Oof! Boom! So easy, man. Wait, did no one roll? One person rolled. Whoa, where the fuck are they? Oh yeah, we're not there yet. Fuck. Man, I can't remember the last time I got any BOE from a raid. I think it was back in Shadowlands. When it comes to the new patch, a lot of people talk about like the new stuff that is coming out is like, oh, but that's for alts. It's like, who are they comparing with? Like what? Like honestly, like, who are they comparing with? Like you literally get like loads, like in total, if you take like what we have today and what's coming, like you literally get loads and loads of champion and hero gear. And then they're like, oh, but you know, this patch is good for alts. So what do they mean? That people are fucking myth geared? Is that the normal WoW? People are myth geared? Like what do you mean like it's for alts? Where would you guys rank this raid? Like would you rank this raid as like one of the top raids you will remember in life? Or would you rank it as like just one of those raids again? Like it's a good raid, but it's just, you know, it's one in the pile. You know what I mean? Thing is, for me, like when I remember raids, then there's like something in the raid, like, you know, lore-wise. But this one feels different. Even though, I mean, it is Gallerix, but still. This one feels different and it doesn't feel the same way. So I gotta remember this raid in another way, right? Like the way the whole raid's designed. Like not like a boss or a certain character or something like that, you know? Oh my goddamn son! Whew! That was like literally last second. Easy, man, easy! Then it was like, oh man, I don't know, should we actually do this? Ah, fuck, dude! You know what's happening on 25th, guys? So 11.15 on 22nd, 23rd for us in EU. 25th, 11.17 PTR. Wait, Tulok, your image, wait, let me check. Did you write 25th or did you write 24th? I think I bookmarked it. 30th of April, 11.17 PTR. No, man. Tulok, you're wrong there, man. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. They don't think people are like colorblind. They put some circle shit on shit that is hard to distinguish between. He has literally the best of the best stuff. I need a trinket. I need a two-hander. Probably this one as well if I get good stats. Ooh, best in slot dropped! Holy shit! Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Man. If it's any role of all roles in life, it is this role. 99! 100! Fucking shit! Bullshit game! Okay. Release candidate. Here we go, man. Here we go, here we go. We're still mapping the stuff when it comes to the second build. They have done some good changes that gave us access to shit that we didn't have access to before, but we have access to it now. Oh shit, we actually got a video for Nightfall event. Wait, let me see what they say. Let me turn up.
Full assault on their leader and grind him down into the dirt.
And then we do that over and over and over again, every hour for 7 weeks. Yeah, how many times are we gonna kill this dude? They slipped with the name though. They didn't want to use the name, but they slipped with the name. To stop this invasion. I was thinking so much, what word should I have for this? Because I've been using like Nightfall scenario or Nightfall activity. But it's actually an invasion. That's perfect. It's a Nightfall invasion. That's what it is. I'm a 6'10" character now, guys. Holy shit, there's no difference. Like, there's literally no difference. This is crazy. This is so fucking crazy. 11.17 Void Ritual does not receive increased proc based on party members also using it. Okay. So where's the adjustment of damage on that? Like what? There's no adjusting on damage on this. Bullshit, man, bullshit. Twilight Devastation. Here we go. So it's gonna do 2.8 million damage now. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Gushing Wood also 186. So why is that Infinite Star 186, eh? Per stack bonus damage increased by 233. Wait, holy shit. Multiplies this shit. Okay. Twisted Appendage. Adjusted a proc rate benefit from haste. Greater enchant damage increased by 186. Lesser enchant increased by 131. Adjusted proc rate to benefit from haste. Void Ritual. The proc rate is no longer affected by haste. Twisted Appendage. The proc rate benefit from haste. Okay, okay. Man, we might actually see some puzzles here and there based on like what class spec gear you have as well. Maybe some people's gonna fucking go haste suddenly. Go Twisted Appendage haste style. Man, we might actually see a lot of shit now after these changes.